Friends, welcome back to today's session. So, friends, we are discussing the book sessions. So far we have covered 3 chapters of the book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Today we'll go through chapter 4 and 5, and after that we'll continue with the meditation. So let me share the slides and we'll go through the book. So once again, if someone joined you, the book we are discussing is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. In the chapter 4, a magical meeting with the sages of Sivana. So far we have seen that Julian, he travels to Himalaya, right? There he meets a lot of sages of Sivana. So what happens next? Let's understand. So arrival at the magical valley. So as he walks through the mountains, he reaches the destination. So long journey ends in a beautiful way. Himalayas on one side, forest on the other side. How they are traveling, right? His journey and all. And finally, when he reached there, he felt calm, peaceful, and almost magical place. The nature and everything he enjoyed. He was welcomed as the Nirvana of Sivana. So all the sages and everyone who were there, they welcomed him to the Nirvana of Sivana. So this, though walking a lot of distance, traveling, climbing the mountains, and everything, now finally he reached that place. That means this is a shift. In the life also we face many challenges and struggles, but finally when we reach the destination, that's a transformation, right? That's when we reach, that's where we get peace and clarity and everything. So that's what this journey also shows us the same. So after his search, he was searching for something, then he traveled with a true dedication and everything. So finally, he reached a place where he could get some answers, some clarity, some peace. So deep connection with the nature, right? Walk through forest with pine and sandalwood. So the forest and everything, right? We know in Himalayas and everywhere there is a lot of nature. We're surrounded by a lot of forests, trees, and everything. So there were beautiful trees, the pine and sandalwood trees. So they used to walk on barefoot. We know all the sages, they used to wear red robe, they used to walk on barefoot, right? Surrounded by colorful flowers and feels like heaven on earth. For Julian, he was completely in a different world, right? He was there in the West with modern culture, modern buildings. He was very famous and has a luxurious life. But this connection with nature is a different feeling for him, right? His world entirely shifted. Now he can understand the true nature, the true beauty of life, what it is. The village of roses. Here, everything was made of rose. The temples, wherever they go, the houses and everything was made up of beautiful red roses. Here, soft, soothing voices of the people, the birds. Sees village made of rose. The complete village and temples, whatever, wherever they go, everything was made of red roses. And that shows, beauty, purity, and love. Temple and huts, right, made of flowers. Magical and unbelievable sight. When he saw all of this, he felt, true happiness and the true beauty is there in the simple living, right? Not in a luxurious lifestyle, but even with the flower and nature also, we can feel that happiness, that calmness. So as he went with the remaining, he went with the other sages also there. Earlier he met Krishnan, who asked him to come to the nirvana, right? Now after going there, he met other sages. Out of them, one of them was Yogi Raman, who was the leader and guide over there. He was very spiritual, very peace and calm, right? He wore the red robes. That's how the lifestyle was. He was very calm and disciplined. He welcomed Julian with simple bows. He welcomed him, and now he learns through him. Now Raman is the one sage who teaches a lot of spiritual knowledge and wisdom to Julian. Life of peace and balance. So after staying there, so now Julian, he observes that the people there, they do a lot of work. Even men, they do a lot of hard work. They cut forest trees, they do, and the women, they cook food, they arrange everything. They do, even though they do a lot of work, nobody is stressed. Nobody's worried. They enjoy their life and do their work. This shocks him. How come they're living a simple and peaceful life? They're hardworking, but no one is stressed. No one is in tension. But other like, you know, where he came from. So everyone works calmly and mindfully. Women move grace and focus. Simple, happy, and balanced life. That's what they led. But yet everyone was happy. So these things he understood. He was slowly observing, the surroundings, how people live. So these things somewhere, was transforming him. He now understood what is the real life is, how we should lead the life. Health, youth, and simplicity. So the sages look young and full of energy. Even they were very old. They lived there in Himalayas with very minimal, you know, facilities and all, but still they look very young and full of energy. No wrinkles or gray hair. Everyone, the skin and hair was very good. Even they eat fresh fruits and natural diet. They don't eat many, like fast foods or other oily foods, but they used to eat fresh fruits, natural diet, and simple living, healthy body and mind. We also know when we eat healthy food that supports our mind and body also. Right earlier, Julian, even though he was very successful, he had a lot of money, but because of stress and unhappiness, constant competition, everything, he looked old. Even though he was 53, he used to look like 75. He had wrinkles, he looked very old. But when he saw these people, he was surprised, right? They look very young and active, very energetic. How come this is possible? So slowly he's understanding and realizing things. A new beginning for Julian. So as they all welcome him, so they take him to the hut. Everyone is assigned a hut, right, where they stay. So Julian also was given a simple flower-filled hut. Empty journal. He was given an empty journal to write down, whatever he experienced or feels like returning home. Right? When he saw the place and all, he didn't feel anything new, but he felt happy. He felt like he came back home. Begins healing and transformation. As he learns the wisdom, as he observes the people staying there in the nature, he could feel that healing and transformation. The earlier the stress and everything, he was slowly changing and transforming his life. Life of peace, purpose, and growth. Now he could see some meaning to his life, right? And also the growth. Earlier, where he was stuck with a lot of things, now he could move on and he could realize, what is the right path, how he should lead the life. So these things he was slowly understanding and transforming himself. So friends, the key summary from this chapter 4, true peace and happiness comes from simplicity. Living in harmony with nature and mindfulness brings inner calm. When we are not in harmony, right, when we are completely opposite, then we don't get that inner peace or clarity. A disciplined, balanced lifestyle leads to a good health and joy. Transformation begins when we let go of the past. If we still keep on holding, then the transformation will not happen. So you need to let go to move on to transform. And some of the reflection points to reflect from this chapter is true success outside or inside, right? Most of us look search outside, but now we need to understand where the true success comes from. How can we bring calm into our daily life? What does a simple and meaningful life look like? Okay, we all can reflect or ask ourselves these questions, what we understood from this chapter. What is the essence that the author wants to give us? So now let's continue with the chapter 5. A spiritual student of the sages. Now Julian is there. He is living there in the hut and he is part of the group, the Sivana group. And he is also a student for the sages. He was very keen and interested to learn and to transform. So as these all things, right, we know that Julian, he came back to West. He came to meet John, who was his friend and colleague. And by seeing him, John was surprised, right? After he left for 3 years, there was nothing from him. They didn't hear anything, but now he suddenly comes and he shares what happens, right, once he left to India. And by listening all these stories and all, John, he truly realized how the transformation happened, how this change came in Julian's life. Feels inspired by the Julian story, as he tells, right, where he went, how he met the sages, and everything he was narrating to him. And by seeing these things, he reflects on his own life. Earlier, he also could understand and relate where he did, where he was focusing on. Now he also starts realizing and understanding lost passion and excitement. Earlier, these things, right, his career and success. He was also focused, not as much as Julian, but still there was something that he was looking for. But now he could understand where the true success and true happiness comes from, that balanced life we have to focus. So he also feels something is missing. So he also, deep in search, he also starts realizing what is the meaning or purpose in his life by listening to Julian's story. So now the Julian continues, sharing his story, what happened. So now Julian becomes a student, right? He is a part of the Nirvana group. Now he is learning from them. He was being accepted by the sages by seeing his true dedication and interest. Becomes part of the community now. Learns under Yogi Raman. So as I said, Yogi Raman, he was a group leader. So he will be sharing the wisdom and everything. So now Julian is under his guidance. Teacher becomes like a father. So now Raman is like a father for Julian, under whom he was learning and leading his life. Daily learning and discipline, right? Unlike here, the sages and all, their lifestyle, their timings, everything is different, right? They have discipline, routine for every day. They start early, in the morning before sunrise, they start their practices about meditation or yoga or whatever, light lessons on mind, body, and soul. That's what Julian was learning from them. And he also learns how to practice self mastery, becoming the mastery of our own life, overcoming our emotions, our unhappiness, and everything. Learns responsibility for life. That earlier we take responsibility of everything except our life. We focus on outward, but now he learns how to take responsibility of one life, how to balance everything, how to lead a happy life. So now as he's learning everything, slowly inner changes begins. Notice beauty in small things. Now he starts appreciating things. Earlier, only the success or money, those things only gave him happiness. He appreciated them. But now he started noticing small things in nature or people doing their work, those things, and he started appreciating them. Becomes more aware and present in the moment. Feels peace and calmness, more joy and creativity. Now he was completely a new person, right? His transformation has begun. His slowly inner changes have started happening. His habits, his thoughts, the way he looked at life, everything has slowly being transformed. Physical and mental transformation also. Not only his inner peace, but outside his physical and mental, everything has transformed. Now he become more strong and healthy. Earlier, he was very weak, was suffering from the health issue and all, but now he's slowly recovered. Now he's feeling good. He becomes strong and healthy as he following good diet and practicing a daily discipline and routine and learning the wisdom. Right? His energy also increases because of the spiritual practices. Mind becomes clear, feels limitless potential. Earlier, where he thought his life has ended, now he can feel the potential that there is some meaning and reason to live again. Realization about life. Now he completely realized that outer success is not enough, right? We need to have everything in life. Difference between wealth and well-being. If we chase only the wealth, then we'll lose the well-being. So we need everything to live a happy life. Importance of self-care. No matter we work for hours, but we need to take care of the physical body. We need to give enough rest, eat proper food, and lead a happy life. Inner mastery is also essential. External, we might be very famous, success, we know a lot of skills and everything, but inner mastery, how to control our thoughts, emotions, right? Those things also are very important. So this what his key realization happened. So the message and the new beginning. Now when he transformed, when he learned everything, when he realized, what is the difference, his new life that he started. So now he feels he need to share this wisdom, as he also promised the sage Krishnan that once he learned everything, he will share this wisdom, this knowledge with everyone. Now he feels the same, that need to share this. When the student is ready, the master appears, right? So now he is ready. So now he wants to come and share with everyone. John becomes curious and reflective. Now, when his ideas, not only he transformed, but now how he want to share this everyone, now he want to spread this. By seeing all this, John was very curious. How come this much change happened? So begins his own inner journey. Now he also is curious and he also wants to transform and learn from him. So the key summary from this chapter 5: inner transformation is more important than external success. True happiness comes from self mastery and awareness. Small changes in mindset can create big changes in life. Everything is in a thought, which we also learned, right? So what we think is what we attract. Many times our limitations, our beliefs, our fears, they can stop us. So for that, everything has, changing a thought is important. Once we change a thought, then how we feel about the thought also changes, right? Then definitely the situations and everything will change. Otherwise, we are always stuck in that loop. Growth begins when we are ready to learn and open to change. That surrender should be there. We need to be ready, right? There might be a lot of wisdom, everything's available around us, but we need to take the step. We need to be ready. Then only things start appear. So the reflection points: have I lost the passion and excitement I once had in life? Do you ever felt that you lost the same passion, excitement in what you're doing? Did you ever felt like that? Am I putting effort into learning and improving my life daily like Julian did? Are you putting those effort? Now how we wants to transform? Or we are leading the same life, or are we truly looking for the change to learn and improve our life? Do I understand the difference between outer success and true inner well-being? Right? Everything is essential and the balance is important. That's what clearly we can understand from this chapter, and that's what the author also wants to highlight. So till now we saw how he changed his life, right? Earlier he was looking for success and he got health issue and then he suddenly decided to come to India and search the meaning. And now he comes back. He want to spread this with everyone. So next, now John is also inspired by him. So next, what happens in the upcoming chapters? We'll go through them in the upcoming sessions. But so far, this is what we understand from this book or these chapters. So thank you, friends. I hope this was helpful. So before we go into meditation, do anybody have any questions? You want to share anything? You can unmute yourself.
Yes, friends. So it's a wonderful book. So it's not easy to balance the outer reality and the success at the same time, the inner, what he was saying in the book. So how to balance that? So yeah, we have been listening different books, right? Power of Now, everything says. So how we in the present moment let go the past. It's very difficult to let go the past and how to balance the success. So these are very, very inspiring. All this book, every chapter is very inspiring, but how we can reflect in our day-to-day life, that is very challenging. So once we listen multiple times all these things, right? So it will definitely store in our subconscious mind. So we try to implement few things in our day-to-day life. So the outer success, definitely we can get it, by doing our hard work and everything. But the inner, the peace, it's very difficult. That mental well-being. So that well-being is very, very important. That comes through only the meditation, wisdom, and our spiritual practices. So definitely that piece you know we most of them, like most of us, we put more energy on the outer reality, how we look to others, and the comparison or whatever it is, the success. I want to get promotion in office, I want to buy a car. So a lot of things, but most of us, we put a lot of effort for that to show outer reality, but the inner reality is, Arthur says that the inner reality also very important, how we are inside. So it's a long way to go to work on that, but definitely meditation helps us to grow and know ourselves, go into ourselves and deeper understanding the purpose. So once this author, once Julian gone through these difficulties, right? The alerts, what we can say. So everyone get in life, we get some alerts. Just we simply ignore that. The alerts means like, the relationship problem or health issue or the financial loss. But truly we don't know. Like we just simply, okay, we once we understand, challenges, everybody gets challenges. The main thing is once we understand the challenge, so first thing we have to, instead of going into the, the depression or, going into the other way around, what we have to learn from this challenge, how to overcome this, and why it came to me. So once we understand and once we learn that from that challenge, so definitely, we can elevate ourselves into the next level. That is the main thing. So yeah, Julian's character and his life is very interesting and inspiring for us to apply into our day-to-day life and reflect on it. Thank you.
Yes. So, friends, why we are reading all these things is to understand. So now Julian, he was very successful, but he ignored many things. And ultimately, he had to lose everything, and then he had to go for 3, 4 years into Himalayas, all those things, places. Even though he achieved wisdom and knowledge, but still there were a lot of struggles, right? He had to walk barefoot, go to different places, meet sages. But now, when we are reading these books, it's so easy for us. We can easily relate and understand and check ourselves where we are missing, what we are missing, and we can simply apply, and no need to face all those things what he did. That's why we say read books and wisdom. So whatever the authors or the characters in the books, they spend so many years in all these difficulties learning the wisdom. By simply reading this 1 or 2 chapters, we are getting what they faced or how they struggle or how they overcome the situation. In 5 or 20 minutes, we are learning the wisdom. So it's so easy for us, right? Their life is, we are just covering in few chapters or few things, but what they have gone through is very much. So by understanding these things, when we make small changes in our life, then we can live happily. We can live balanced and happy life. No need to face all those things what they did. So it's all these are examples for us to realize and understand. Just by practicing this meditation or doing a spiritual practice, being a disciplined life, and reading this wisdom, having a good positive circle around us, sharing our wisdom. So these things can help us lead a happy and realize our purpose and go to that mastery level. So thank you. So with this, friends, let's go into the meditation. So as regular, we'll be doing the breath mindfulness meditation. So sit comfortably, as you say in the picture. Clasp your hands and cross your leg at ankle. Remove your specs, close your eyes, sit in a comfortable posture, and observe your normal, natural breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale, just observe your breath. As you observe the breath, our mind gets empty and we go into that empty state very easily. The meditative state, we can experience the calmness, the energy, and everything. Right? So we'll play the music and guidance. So let's do this meditation. Dear friends, dear masters, sit comfortably, close your eyes, clasp your hands, fingers into fingers, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Don't forcefully inhale or exhale, just observe the breath. As you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. Be with your breath, dear friends. Let thoughts come and go. Don't get distracted by your thoughts. Bring your awareness back to the breath. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Experience the calmness, emptiness, Gently bring your awareness back to the body. Feel any sensations in your body, dear friends. Recollect your experiences. What did you see or how did you feel? Now let's express gratitude. Be grateful to your parents, teachers, and mentors. Be grateful to plants, animals, Mother Nature, all the planets, the universe. Be grateful for this beautiful environment, for all the things we have. Whenever you're ready, slowly place your palms on your eyes for 5 seconds and then slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a good meditation. Thank you for joining. We'll see you all tomorrow. The Friday and Saturday, we have only meditation, 30 minutes. So please do join accordingly. 9:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll see you all tomorrow for the meditation. Have a good day and good night, everyone. Thank you.